Hello, everybody. How are you? Hi, Lori. Good to see you. You were early. I was almost not on time. My daughter, granddaughter rather, came over with her boyfriend and they're moving. So they're using my shop as a place to store all of their stuff because they're moving in with my daughter. Let's see, how do I get myself centered? There I am. Hi, Gladys. Anyway, they stopped by. They brought a great big cat tree over for Susie Cute because their cat doesn't like it and they don't have as much room. So we've got that set up. Nick brought in all of my IKEA shelving and I'm trying to figure out how to put the drawers together, the drawer units. Let's see how well that one goes. But next weekend, Kelsey will be here. Oh, reminds me, I won't be here next weekend. I'm going down for my assembly day. So I'm leaving probably about 2 o'clock on Friday next week and heading down. So I won't be here. Let's see, what else do I have? Anything else interesting going on? Harley's getting better. It still doesn't look good, but he's not bleeding from his little head. His dermatitis is clearing up somewhat. And he is such a good boy. He wants to make sure that I get my exercise in. So besides the Harley resistance training, which means his bath time and soaking in the medicated shampoo, which is such fun, and he makes sure I get a lot of resistance training there. And now that I get to spritz his little forehead with a little spray, it's an antibiotic, it's also anti-itch. He makes sure I get a lot of steps in trying to catch him. Laura, you're on both Facebook and YouTube. Wow, you are multitasking. She's a talented woman, my friend there. Hi, Lori, you've joined. I'm so glad. I just giving a Harley update. He's doing well. Hi, Cindy. Good to see you. You've got cool and rainy today. We have had the weirdest weather. It's been lovely during the day. Not hot by any means, but lovely with sunshine and a breeze. And then at night, wind and storms. It's just been crazy. But thank you, Cindy. I am glad that it's having storms at night. I got out yesterday and I blew off all the leaves that were accumulated on the deck. And so I got a little bit of outside. If it didn't rain last night and it's not raining today, if it doesn't rain tonight, I will be able to go out and mow tomorrow afternoon. So, well, let's point that off to Sunday afternoon because tomorrow is World Card Making Day. And I will have my Zoom open if anybody wanted to join us on Zoom. Everybody's going to watch World Card Making Day at their own house. But we can chat about it on Zoom while we watch. I'm going to try and figure out how to put it on my big TV. We'll see how well that goes. I do have an adapter somewhere. I put it away in a safe place. I just have to find it. I hate those safe places. How about you? Yeah, storms at night are good. And Lori, your husband's gone for 2 days. Is he up at the cabin? Question mark. Let's see. What do I have sitting on my desk? You might like to see that. So let me get things set up and I will move me over. Okay, there we go. How is that? On my desk, I have, from 2 weeks ago, I have our card kits to send out to Sarah, to Hillary, and to my two Cindys, Walker and Grattan. So those will be going out tomorrow. I'll be out and about tomorrow in the morning for just a little bit. So that's there. Do I have anything else? Oh, I want to know what you're drinking today because I'm drinking something new and different. And I am really liking it. This is a stash tea. It's cinnamon vanilla tisane. And it is really good. Here, bring my cup over so you can see it. There we are. So if anybody wants my Zoom link, just message me and I will send it. It's my normal Stampin' Up! Type. It's my kit together and my team meeting link and all of that good stuff. Yum. Anyway, that cinnamon vanilla, it's just very tasty. You are welcome, Cindy. Our other Cindy is at her assembly this weekend, so she won't be on today. Coffee with chocolate chip ice cream in it, like a float. Wow! Does that sound good? Did I tell you that I bought, because I'm trying to do not quite keto, but really low carb. And so it's not Atkins, it's not keto, but it's kind of falling in that range. And I'm trying to eat really healthy. And I found online it's called Fit Creamery, an ice cream. And so I got it and I was ready to make it. And I went to get my ice cream maker. And of course, I had put it away someplace safe. So I spent a lot of time looking first where it was. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate you representing the Cindy Club. Don't know where it was. And I looked and I looked and I looked and I finally found it. It's a Pampered Chef one, and you have to freeze the tub. So obviously I wasn't having ice cream that night. Then I found the paddle and all the different parts. I really was quite on the hunt because I didn't keep it all together, which was obviously a mistake on my part. Anyway, I've got all the parts. I know exactly where they're at, and I haven't made the ice cream. So maybe tonight. We'll see. But I really want to try it. I mean, it'd be nice to have ice cream once in a while. I'm not a huge ice cream fan, but I do like it. Especially vanilla. So I got vanilla and chocolate flavors. So I will let you know if I actually eat it. How it is. Oh, sometimes I think I'm nuts. And most people know that, so, and would agree with it. That's why I'm called Nutsy. Okay, here we are. This is our card today. It's made with the pattern of paper in the beautiful gallery paper that I didn't particularly love. I don't even know if there's one in here now. Because I did cut them all up last week and put them in envelopes because there it is. I don't know what there is about this, but I mean, it's like an impressionistic trees. And I don't know, it didn't strike me as anything I absolutely had to have until I started using it. And then I decided it was a pretty good piece of paper. So that is what I'm going to put those over there, out of the way. What this layer is. It's not really a sentiment layer, but it's part of our focal piece. And then I used it, of course, on the envelope. Didn't that turn out cute? And yeah, I like it. So that's what we're going to make. So we've got a card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Ooh, I did change my blade when I realized that things were getting pretty. They were fluffy on the end. So let me see if I can get that fluff off of this one. It's not too bad. So there's our card base. This is the piece I cut the center out of. Did I cut this one? I must have cut it instead of getting the trees in. But I think it's okay not having the trunk because this goes up. So that is good. Oh, I am in love with the earth and tone. The earth and toned metallics. But I will say that there are a lot of little pieces to poke out. And in the card kits, I did not poke your little pieces out. You know, I got out what I could quickly, but I did not. There's just a lot of poking to do. And I don't know about you. I don't mind the poking so much, but sometimes I miss some little pieces. I mean, some of these kind of curl around. So that's a bigger piece. That's pretty easy to see. But every once in a while, there's one that I miss. And so what I do is I turn it over on the back so I can see what I missed and I'll also see if there's any little chads hanging. Like right here. This is the one I always miss. So there it is. And so as long as I'm doing this, if you don't mind, I'm just going to keep doing it and we'll have it ready for later. And we'll pull this out. Okay, I've got that all done, so I'll set it aside for now. And we'll just brush those up out of the way. Actually, I don't even want to see them on my mat. Then I have Pretty Peacock. And yes, I do like Pretty Peacock and Lost Lagoon also. Oh, Cindy, me too. Although that art tool that we got, the attachment for the Take Your Pick tool, the blade, that's really helpful when you find one that doesn't cut through all the way. So I have Basic Beige, and I ran it through the Damask Designs embossing folder. So that's all done. And again, that's that 3 3/4 by 5. Because our Pretty Peacock is 4 by 5 1/4. So you just go down 1/4 inch, makes your layer. Easy peasy. Now you might have noticed there's a hole in my Pretty Peacock because there's no use, it's all covered up. Nobody's going to see it. So cut your matte layer out of that. Here we have it. I've got a strip to stamp our sentiment on. I have another piece of Basic Beige for the inside. I have this piece for my envelope right here. And I think we're almost ready to get started. I know why I have this. I did not cut a piece for the inside yet. So let me do that. Right now, I like having all my little pieces together. That's 2 3/4. This didn't leave me much to cut. Yours, I think, is better than mine. I think I did a better job of cutting yours. I sure hope so. I'll double check it. Let me find that one more piece. I don't see any in there. So I'm going to cut one piece from the side, 1/2 inch. We'll have a nice tree trunk. This is going to be 5 1/4. So we'll cut off just that little bit of tree trunk. There, that worked pretty well. Now we have a piece for the inside. So that'll work. Everything else is going to be put aside. There. And it's just adhering. Oh, I also used the open weave trim, which I have a love-hate relationship with. I don't like things I can't tie. Cindy Walker, you are here. I thought you were going to be gone today. Maybe I got my weekends mixed up and you were at the assembling last weekend. That's not unusual for me. Anyway, it's stiff. It doesn't tie well. It lays okay once you put it on. And I'm going to put it on a little differently than I did. I just did a little loop. I think I might cut a couple pieces and do it a little differently. So, but for now, let's start putting things together. Because you know me, I don't like little pieces. Oh, you're tomorrow. Okay. I am doing, I'm going to do dimensionals on this one. But I want to put this one down flat. And I think I'm going to put my glue on this piece right around the hole and on this piece on the edge. Because we have a lot of area that's not touching anything. It's times like this when I really wish I was adept with tweezers. I have friends who, they're so talented with tweezers. They just hold things and they put them down and it's no big deal. For me, it's a big deal. And I think it's just a matter of practice. Yeah, it's a different trim. I'm going to say that not my favorite, but I am using it, which is good. Ooh, all gone. Hang with me. I will be right back. I need to get some dimensions. Here we are. Isn't there? There's just nothing better feeling than to start a brand new sheet of dimensionals. And of course, I like to start in the middle. How about you? Where do you start? I work out from the middle and eventually I go to the edges, but I'm going to use a few less dimensionals this time. Here we go. When you're using embossing folders, make sure you check the direction. This one, instead of having they go sideways. So I have to remember to lay my cardstock on sideways. Really hard. Oh, Lori starts at the edge. That's a good place to start. I know, fresh dimensionals. It is so much fun. I loved the dimensionals I got. It was one of the kits, one of the paper pumpkins, and we got like this huge sheet of dimensionals. It was wonderful. It lasted a long time. Just going to put this down flat. And let's see what I can do with this. So my thoughts are, is I'm just going to cut it so it stays flat. And maybe do 2 or 3 down instead of having to fold it over. Luann, how good to see you. Oh, I've just barely started. I've just been chatting and chatting and chatting away. Well, Joy, what a pleasure to see you. You start on the edge and go row by row. You are very, very organized, my friend. It's crazy. I'm not. But then again, it takes us all. Sometimes I'm organized about some things, and then some things I'm a little rebel. Okay, I'm going to cut 3 of these. And they might be a little long, but we'll see. So let's just run some seal down the back of this, because I will cut these off where I need them to be. So there's one. And now that I've got one started, I think I can do the other 2. Fairly close. Catch those in the seal. I think I will like this better. This made it bulky, trying to make the little loops, and they really don't even show up. Lori starts in the corner. Gladys starts in the corner. Oh, Cindy, you start in the middle and save the edges for last. I generally do that, although sometimes you need edge pieces, and so I just go with it. We're going to do a couple more. I like that. I like that better. It's flatter, looks a little neater. But let's pop this one too. I'm actually going to skip the very middle and do 3 and 3. Because we've got the one in the middle on the beige here, so it's not going to flatten out. So let's put this one on. Actually, this would be a good way if you were kind of sticking some greenery or something under it. This would be a good way to do it. Okay, we'll put this on, hoping it's all lined up right, or at least close to centering. That's good for me. And now I'm going to cut at the, trying to make my angle between the basic beige and the pretty peacock. I may not exactly make that, but it's close. And the same for here. Only I like the angles the same direction. Oh, that one's going to have to do. It's a little shorter than the others. There, more stuff to push off. I think I like that look better. I hope you do too. Now we are going to stamp in Pretty Peacock our sentiment. And I'm going all the way across here, so I think right about there. Well, thank you for everything. Doesn't matter, because if I'm wrong, I can cut off the edge. Now, I know that this is going to drive some of you nuts, but I just don't like it plain. So I grabbed this great big, kind of a background stamp, flowery, and I'm going to stamp it off twice. And instead of going all over like I did on the first one, I'm just going to put it on each side. There. How is that? That works for me. Okay, here we go. Now, I promised you there would be 2 cards. So when this one is done, I will quickly clean up. No, I will stuff everything in the bucket and put it away. I won't actually clean up. Let's be honest here. Let's see. I have a little ruler. And this helps if you start with the 1. Just thought. This is about 2 1/4 inches. I'm going to go all the way across. So I would say 2 3/4 inches. And 3/4 inches. Oh, that doesn't work well. How about like that? And then 2 3/4 inches. Now, didn't that have a nice crisp snap to it? So when you are using your trimmer and you've got stuff all over, do you do like I just did and put it on top of everything? Our trimmer does amazing. It is possible to do that and not make a terrible mess. So here we are, and this is just going down flat. But first, let's retrieve our beautiful leaf. And I am just going to, because this is going to be hidden, and I like loose. I like it when these are a little bit loose and they move. Although that might be moving too much for me. We'll see. And then this will go right across. And I'm not going right to the end because some of it's going to hang, it's going to just kind of hang off straight on the ends. And it's a little tiny bit. Ooh, that's a little hard to do. Let's see if I can get that moved over just a little bit. There we are. So there's our card, except there is no Wink of Stella on it. Oh, thank you, Shirley. I'm glad you like it. I like it too. And I like it not being bulky at the ends, not folded over. I know I had to. These are very heavy. They're the pressed flower motifs. Come with a set. And these little corners right here, oh my goodness. I'll do it this way. These little corners are great because they're a perfect place to put in those embellishments. Okay, so we've got front of our cards done. We need the inside, which will be very easy to do. You can put it, I'm going to put it on this side because that's where the tree trunk is. Put that on. And put this right in this inside card. Okay, pretty on the outside, pretty on the inside. We need the envelope. And I did not cut this down. So, it is 5 13/16 is the size of the envelope. Oh, thank you, Joy. Thank you, Cindy. Yes, the metallic leaves are part of the bling. That's why I just couldn't find any place to put Wink of Stella. It's a hard thing for me, you know. That is like my one basic that goes on everything. And I am going to add my Seal Plus. This is so much less messy than the Tombow liquid glue. Okay, here we go. And to put it on, it makes it so much easier to have that folded backwards. So you've got to lay it down. Then we'll trim it with a little curve because I like rounded corners. I just think they add interest. I'm gonna cut this up. Well, we're going to turn this, otherwise I'd wind up cutting my hand, and we don't want me to do that. Blood is not a good embellishment on your card. There's the hint. I so often cut into my I'm cutting ribbon, I'll cut like this and nip myself. Please tell me I'm not the only one who does that silly thing, because I don't want to feel all alone on that. I do try to get a lot of the seal onto this, and when I go over the edge, it's easy to see in real life that you've done that, and Seal Plus just folds over and so beautifully on itself. So there we go. Our card is done. An easy card, but I really like it. It's got a lot of layers, a lot of interest, some dimension. So I hope you like it too. Oh, Cindy Flapper, good. Oh, and Cindy, both my Cindy's. Oh, good. And Lori is a Wink of Stella user. Yes, she is. How can you not be? I think we all are, actually. Some more secretly than others. Let's see, I'll put that away. I'm just going to pick this stuff up and put it in my bucket. Oh, sorry. How do I cancel that? There, that's how I cancel that. That's my reminder that Harley needs to have his spritz of antibiotic. And so I did that before I came on. I just forgot to cancel the reminder. Today he decided to go outside, so I got to. Where's my table? Okay, we'll just keep going like this. I'm going back and sharing my camera, adding my camera back in. Putting it here. Okay, I think I got it. Now, isn't that fun? Oh, I forgot something. I need to zoom us in a little bit. Otherwise, it'll look like I am way out there. There, I think that does it. Okay, back to cleaning up. I am sorry about that. We need the dimensionals. We might need this. We won't need this ribbon, nor the beautiful Motifs stamp set. I love using little clips to corral my ribbon. I did bring my mat in, my Stampin' Scrub, because I knew I wouldn't want to put those away dirty. Okay. Second card. Now, Shirley Meitzler. Oh, thank you, Gladys. I like it too. It's really comfortable. I made a card today in the Global Share Fair group with the same style. Let's see if I can grab it. The one I made was with the Peaceful Earth suite. And I just like this a lot. It's got bling. I love the the glimmer paper that comes with that suite. But I wanted to do the Kintsugi for you because the Inspiring Imperfections suite, I finally was able to buy it. All the pieces were back in stock. I was able to buy it, and I am thrilled to be using it. It struck me as something I should have ordered earlier and didn't. But now that I have it, I'm a happy camper. Just getting everything out here. Okay. And we need ink. This is such an easy project. Again, I used the branching out dies. I think these are the best dies in the new catalog, the little mini. But then again, that's just my opinion. But I love the way they nest. I think they nest perfectly for multi-layered projects like this one. I've got 3 different dies that are done. I have a designer series paper that I love, gold foil, and Misty Moonlight. I like this suite. So I am going to recreate this really easy fun fold for you in the kintsugi. It's a great technique. Adds value to broken pottery, but I think it adds bling and beauty to cards too. Now there's a stamp and you can make your own, but I just cut out the designer series paper. So I've got the two layers. And again, like with the other one, I cut out of my mat. But this card base is different. It is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and it's single-sided. So I've got my envelope things there. This goes on the inside. I'm looking for my sentiment piece. There it is. I thought I had it. I cut them last night and it was kind of late, so I easily could have forgotten it. I love the stitching detail on these. I just think it's practically perfect. This set isn't. This set is in the catalog, the annual catalog. So I'm going to we'll do the same thing. We'll put this down, only we're not going to do much layering on this. I don't think I used dimensionals at all. This is an easy to send card. So there we are, almost. That's not right. Here's the biggest tip when you're using this, this fun fold. Make sure you like both sides of the paper. There are a lot of papers that I only like the one side. The other side, yeah, I don't know if it's too neutral, but even the neutral side has some pattern to it. And the first card I made, I did the pretty flashy paper on the outside, and I did it like this and folded it over and decided that was a mistake. So you want your inside. So remember, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, 4 by 5 1/4. So the piece we're going to put on it is going to be 3 3/4 by 5. So I have a 6 by 5 sheet of cardstock. And I'm going to bring in my trimmer again. Put the blade up. Do not let that blade anywhere near the rest of it. Oh, me too, Lori. So this is going to be 3.75 inches, or 3 3/4 inches. And so that's what I'm going to score at, because I do not want to do the math. And I probably should have scored it on the other side, because I'm folding this way. But it's okay. It works. If you want to do the math, this is actually 2 1/4 inches. And let me get this out of my way, because I think we've got it all ready to go. But I am going to do a layer right here of glue. And then I'm going to go on the outside of this one. We'll just put this down. And if your paper is dimensional, please be sure to look and double check. Got a little bit of glue too close right there. And glue takes the shine off your gold foil paper. Another note that says, "Park the dark." The layering dies are branching out. They're part of, oh, I don't remember what suite they're part of. Let's look really quick. Okay. Love that we have an index in the back. Branching Out is on page 50. So it's part of the Words of the Season die. But I absolutely loved, I didn't get the stamp set. Although it's got a really nice hello and sent with lots of love. So there are some sentiments in there that aren't holiday. But I love those nesting dies. Now, I'm going to start with these two. We're going to start with our sentiment. You will notice that this sentiment is a lot bigger than what I wanted. It says, thanks for helping me through this difficult time. And while that is a great sentiment, that is not what I wanted. So, I'm going to bring over my piercing mat, and I am going to pull this really close because I'm just going to ink up thanks. Make sure I got that right. I did. Now I'm going to do it a second time. And if you think you've gotten it a little bit on the other stamps, you can just brush that off. Moving the blue away before I put my hand in it. And I want this towards the top. Just give it a moment for that ink to transfer. And then, where are the rest of my little things? Did I put them away? Nope, they're here. There is a page in this beautiful designer series paper that has lots of vases and these cute little flowers. And so I cut several of them out. Now, as we all know, flowers deserve to sparkle. So let's sparkle up our flowers with a little wink of Stella. There are also stamps. You can stamp your own. You can make them any color you want. We're really going to make those sparkle. I am just going to take this now and put some Seal Plus on it. And this, I'm just going to put this up as high as I can without making a mess or masking off any of my word. And I pretty much did the same with this. Just wink of Stella it. No, I didn't wink of Stella it. Put a little Seal Plus on it. And it's just going to go over the top with the bottom pretty much down there. Just right above the stitching. And it needed something more. So I thought, well, we're doing gold. Why not do this gold striped ribbon? So since that worked, such a good idea. We are just going to tie a bow. And it's not a super small bow. I mean, I could make it smaller. Get my ribbon scissors. I think it needs to be cut about there. It's just easier if I cut it. I know it's not as efficient use of ribbon, but still it's easier. catch that. Pull it tight. And here we go. I'm going to trim these off, but I'm going to trim them off once it's on the card. A little glue dot. So what's everybody thinking about? You have great plans for the weekend? You know tomorrow is World Card Making Day. And as I mentioned at the beginning, I'm going to have my Zoom open if anybody wants to join me. You can watch at home the presentation, and we can just all chat while we are watching. I just thought that would be fun. And those who live close to me could, of course, come over. I have lots of room in my craft room. Let's see. That looks about right. Maybe a little adjustment. I've never liked using Tombow glue under basic white. I just think it shows. Although, because I don't use it, I miss the adjustment moment. Like this one needs to go a little bit over. Well, not that far. My goodness, I got a little carried away there. Let me redo this. I think that is better. Not perfect, but better. Okay, here we go. Now, this is where you need to pay some attention to what you're doing. I want this to be just about in the middle. So I'm going to turn it over. Let's see, I think that's good. And I'm going to carefully put glue on this section so that when I put it down, I don't accidentally glue the card shut, because that would not be good. We do not want a card that's glued shut. Okay, there we are. I can still see that is just, this gold is going to bother me. It's just a little bit off. So let me just slip this under. I know we have one that's like a little palette knife. That would probably be a better choice. Or maybe I'm just going to leave it for now. I can fix that later if I need to. Cut off my ends. Look at these. Are these not fancy? These are called the flower accents. And I like them. I'm going to put one there, and I'm going to put two up here. And then we're going to put the inside in. One of the things you want to be sure of is you really don't want the inside to show. It's kind of hidden. So I take and line it up pretty closely with my larger mat and then put it down. And then I can see that I really did have that just a little bit off. Let's see. But you know what? It's homemade, not Hallmark. And it's not up enough to worry about. But that's going to be a fun thank you card to send to somebody. Now, we do need to have another envelope. So let me back fold my flap. Put on my Seal Plus. And I do not have this in the kit yet, but I will do that before I put it away, I promise. So you'll get both cards this week. All right, I did cut this one down to size. Again, it's 5 and 13/16 because we all love to measure 16ths so much. There's nothing more fun than that. And just like the other card, I am going to trim those at an angle. I think this is a great use for designer series paper. I mean, sometimes I like to stamp, but I like this. Plus, you know, if you use up all your designer series paper, you're allowed to buy more. It's a good thing. I didn't realize that I had bought 2 of these designer series papers, so I'm having really fun with it. Pull down those ends if you've got the tape that's going over. Just, there we are. Card number 2. What do you think? Which one did you like best? Card 1 or card 2? Oh, you got the vases from the Boho Suite. Yes. You know, that was really nice. I liked those vases. Clip my... Oh, I'm glad you like it, Lori. I just like this designer series paper so much. Oh, both, Cindy. Now that, Cindy Walker, that is not a help, you know. Oh, there you are, Gladys, joining in. Lori likes number 2 better. And, oh, thank you. I'm glad you like them. I think if you've got a couple more minutes, I'll just push that stuff out of the way and we'll do a quick show and tell because I've got cards here. I had Happy Mail come. I had lots of Happy Mail come. Oh, there's even one more. This is in here somewhere, Lori. Let's see. Making sure it didn't slip out. Because I made a mess everywhere. So look at this pear paper. It's a thank you card from Jocelyn. This is actually part of the swap that I do with the Cat's Meow team. I don't know what she used as the embossing folder. I'm wondering if that's the Kintsugi one. Okay. Because it's got some different patterns and it's got some indentations in there. I'll have to look at that and see. But isn't that pretty? Nice. I haven't embossed the pear DSP. I like that. Okay, there's one. Here we have a thank you with a note from my friend Shirley. Isn't that pretty? That was a thank you for one of the card kits. Oh, we're sticky. This was from Kat. Kat did the DSP on the back, but for some reason it tore in the mail. But isn't that pretty? I remember this. That's like torn paper look. DSP. Very cool. So thank you, Kat. This is from Sarah, and she's part of the Cat's Meow team. So this is one of my favorites. It's a back fold. So you put your focal point on, but in this little strip, and it folds back. Isn't that cool? I do love a good back fold. This was from Lori that goes with this envelope. It's a thank you card for a, it is mystery box time. I think I probably haven't mentioned that, but for orders of $75, above $50, I'm going to send mystery boxes. Some will be bigger mystery boxes, some will be smaller, but it's just fun to send out little surprise gifts. But I probably should tell you that I'm doing mystery boxes. Oh, Lori, you like the back fold? Excuse me, I have a little tickle. I like a back fold card. Now here's one that is the same and was an inspiration. This is what we did as a swap on a group that I'm in. Isn't that cute? That is the cutest whale with vellum for spouts. And then she sent me a cute note. How easy is this? You take pretty designer series paper, fold it in half, and you write a note. That is just so good. And then a couple of, this paper looks like it's got texture, but it doesn't. It's just all in the shading of the paper. And this one she ran through an embossing folder. It's got stars and planets and the moon on it. Just very cute. And this came from Jail. And then here we are. This is from Jan. This is part of the Cats Meow team swap. And look, it's got a bookmark. Isn't that cool? And the bookmark is sparkly. I love that. That is a cool fold and a nice little gift, you know, to keep in mind when you're sending off. You just want to send a little card with a little something. Very cute. Hues of blue embellishments. This was also part of the swap, but look at the butterflies. So that is so pretty. That must be a masking technique. And she did it. It's a bookbinder fold, but lifts up instead of most of the ones I've didn't go that way. But I like this. This is a little different. So that was again from Sarah. And this is from Maria. And so there, in the group that I'm in, there are two challenges. There's the advanced and the beginner. And the beginner's a little easier. I like the beginner. But look at this fold. Isn't that cute? And then it opens up. I sent one of this folds to her. I managed to make a little mistake in my folding, but it still worked. It just was, this piece was down further and this was smaller. But isn't that pretty? And that is my Happy Mail. Yay! I love Happy Mail. It makes me happy. It's so much better than all the junk, and I won't even say bills come because I pay most bills online. But all of the junk that comes in the mail is just crazy. Anyway, I think that's just about an hour, and I don't want to keep you any longer. I won't see you next week because I'm going to be out of town, but I will see you the week after. And have I got a card for you? Sneak peek. Let's see. Oh, I put it in my to-do pile, which is right here. I don't know what designer series paper we're going to use, but isn't that pretty? We made this at my team meeting, and I found that there was just a little bit of discrepancy. It didn't quite fit right, so I need to do a little bit of work on it. But this is what I'm planning for 2 weeks from now. A staggered fold. I don't know. I don't remember quite the name of it right now, but this was a fun one. So I think you're going to like it. Anyway, see you in 2 weeks. Have a wonderful weekend, a great week. May your weather be good and your coffee be strong, or your tea, if you like strong tea, or your tisane, or your iced tea. Just have a great week. And I will see you in 2 weeks.